Did I give you one, Greg?
Yeah.
Anybody on, Clay?
Hand up.
Okay. Unmute her, see if we can hear her. Hannah, you out there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hi, Hannah.
Hannah.
Thanks for
Hey
being
there.
here.
Thanks for having me as always.
Yeah, leave it open.
Open, okay.
Paula, are you ready?
Yeah, you can mute it because that way she can't speak.
Okay.
I'd like to call the meeting to order for November the 8th, 2022. Would you please rise for a moment of silence? Thank you. Would you please join in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Trustee Sheets, Trustee Hunter,
Here.
Trustee Good.
Here. Okay, hope everyone had a chance to go out and vote. Make your voice heard. We'll move on to we have no minutes to approve. We'll go on to financial reports. I'll make a motion to pay our expenditures. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter,
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes.
And we will go on to department reports. Deputy Hamilton?
All right, good evening. So last 2 weeks, there was 114 total calls of service. 10 reports were made and 4 tickets were issued. Out of those calls of service, had 1 burglary, which one investigation over took with some money, or by a known person since it seemed to be the new record of money was. 4 thefts. 3 of the thefts, there was reports, 1 was canceled. None of the thefts are related. It was anything from online fraud to theft from a business, money from a business by a known person. So, and then there was 8 accidents responded to, 10 suspicious persons, suspicious activities responded to, 10 alarm drops. 15 traffic stops were made, and then 8 disabled vehicles.
Okay, thank you. Do you want to bring that up? Just looking at.
Yeah, I'll look into the 665 incident, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, this morning.
all right, then we will go on to the road department. Greg?
All right, we've got the ditch mowing complete. We've been busy filling potholes. Almost done with that. The new gravel bins at the cemetery are completed as of today. It looked good. We got new backhoe tires. And then I gave you the copy of the salt prices for the coming year. And we are down to, I think it's 9 or 10 of the recycled totes. Out of all those, that's all we got left. So I don't know if we want more of those or we wait till we're out of it or.
We probably should look into it now.
How many do you usually, how many are you going through?
I don't know how many there was when we first started. There was a bunch, like probably 30 or 40 back there, and we're down to 10. I don't think you need to order like a ton of them, but.
Just out of curiosity, like where are they going? Didn't we give every house one?
Well,
Some
not
of them
every-
didn't want them.
Yeah.
Right.
some of
Then
them,
where'd they
did
go?
want 'em. Some of them, I'm assuming they moved and decided that that was theirs, so they
Oh,
took it.
Okay.
We've had a lot of people say, well, we just moved in and we don't have one, so it's kind of like,
Well, yeah, where'd it
I
go?
mean,
Okay. just
Okay,
wondering.
sure. We don't know if they do or they don't, but
Right.
I've
most
had
places that
probably
I
2
drop-
people call
Okay.
me to say they said they didn't want it, but now they wanted it.
Right. That happens when, but the ones that I've actually dropped off just happened to be on Thursdays and they didn't have one out with their regular trash can, so I tend to believe that they didn't have them or somebody before them took them or whatever it was, but. And then somebody, we've had a few that somebody hit it with a car and blew it up and just gave them another one.
We have a couple people that ask for a second one.
Couple people asked for a second one. Some of them, one or two of the wheels weren't good, so we had to kind of take some parts and we got enough for each one, but when somebody needs an axle and 2 tires, that basically eliminates that one can, so just doing the best we can with that, but maybe if you order 10 or 20 more just to have, I don't know, it seems like they should be to the point where they don't, hardly anybody needs them, but
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else? All right. Thank you. Okay, we'll go on to fire department. Chief Whitey?
All right, all good news, our medic is finally done. Months after it's supposed to be, so we're probably gonna go up next week, do the final inspection. Get that squared away. Pick that up is our goal, so that's a plus, after a few phone calls and having to have those hard conversations with people, like, where is this at? So, seem to get the ball rolling. We did interviews all this week. We had 18 candidates interview for positions, and we had some really good candidates internally and externally. So we're doing some background on people, and then once we get that done, we'll come back to you guys for make a recommendation and go from there. I showed you the thing, what we're starting to do with our social media posts that we're going to do coming up for Thanksgiving. Obviously, Veterans Day is the 11th. So Chris is one of our veterans on department. So we're going to recognize him, highlight him for Veterans Day. And bay doors have been painted, multiple coats and few conversations, but I think we're where we need to be. Let's see. Halloween, we went out, passed out candy in all the neighborhoods. Kudos to Chad Story. He came in on the evening and him and I took the grass fighter out and we were able to hit neighborhoods too. So we had the Maddox and engine and the grass fighter out. We were able to hit all the neighborhoods on Halloween. Ed, I did talk to Marcia and we're going to do a toy drive on December 17th through the nursery down there. She wanted to partner with us to do a toy drive. So we're going to do 3 or 4 hour toy drive with her. She wants us to work with her. So we're going to work with her. That's going to be on the 17th. We don't have a set time yet. And then 2 things. Obviously, when we did the bay doors, we found out the weather stripping's all bad. And we're going to need to replace that. I think it's a fairly inexpensive move. That's going to be around $1,500. I got 3 quotes for that. We looked at doing it ourselves, but it was only going to be like $300 or $400 more to have them do it. So it's, but my recommendation is a motion up to $1,500 to do the weather stripping for all the bay doors. Replace the ones that are bad, just replace everything. And then, the other thing is, we got quotes for air duct cleaning and dryer vents and everything in the station. That was for $1,448. We got 3 or 4 quotes from a different company, anywhere from $1,400 up to think it was like $6,000 people quoted us. Yeah, yeah. So the one we picked is just above the lowest. We like the route that they come in. They actually come in, they'll bring 2 crews in and just do everything, all our events everywhere. And I think it's necessary with all the diesel exhausts and things that occur for health and safety perspective. So those are the 2 things that I need a motion for. I'm making a recommendation for you guys to do.
That airline cleaning within your limit. I mean, you can spend that.
Okay. Okay. I just like to make you aware of that.
I appreciate that.
So-
Yeah.
And then I think the other one's within my limits too. I didn't have the price on here, but I know it's around $1,500 is what we're at with that too.
On the,
Weather stripping. Yes. That's all I have. Like I said, the social media thing, we're gonna start doing more with social media. Those are things that we're gonna put out for November. Christmas, we'll have a whole different series, and we're probably gonna try and do a Christmas tree demonstration. I want to do a turkey fryer demonstration for safety and how to safely use those. I just have to work on Walmart or something, get me to donate a turkey fryer, and I'm sure I can find a firefighter, right, Clay, to throw a frozen turkey in one and show the how
I'll do
much damage it can do. You'll do it, yeah. I got enough people. Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, so there's some things we have coming up. And then do you see our Halloween posts on Facebook?
Yeah,
Our headless firefighters with pumpkins.
Yes, I did. I did. That was a cute one. And the toy drive's December 17th.
December 17th, yes.
Do you have times yet?
No, I'm still working on time.
all right. Is it here?
We're still trying to figure out where that's gonna be yet. I just made preliminary contact with, she had contacted Ed and so I reached out to her, talked about some different avenues, and we figured 17th will be the best. So we just haven't nailed down times yet.
Okay. All right, thank you. We'll move on to old business. Just want to make a note that Sam Morrow with zoning, and he's a zoning enforcement officer with Franklin County Economic Development. He's been working on several property violations within the township, and one involves the public health also. And anyone who has any zoning complaints that they would like to have checked out, you can go to Franklin County Economic Development and Planning on the web and go to the zoning. And if you check the meeting highlights, there will be a link in there to do so. Or you can look in their directory and get Sam Morrow, get his email and email him any complaints. Any other old business? New business, just a reminder of the Township County Authorities meeting on Thursday, November 17th at the Boathouse. And we are all RSVP. Thank you. Any other new business? Okay, Paula?
Okay, I gave you information for 2 resolutions. One is authorizing the street lighting for Darbyville.
I will make resolution number 61. Authorizing street lighting for Darbyville. That's the paper you gave me, right?
Right.
Whereas the Board of Trustees have determined that the public safety and welfare of the township requires that the streets in the area formerly known as Darbydale be lighted by artificial lights, that the proper officers of the township are authorized and directed to prepare plans and specifications for such lighting and proceed according to specifications for such lighting and proceed according to law. Cost to be divided on per parcel basis, no interest charged. Cost to be collected for the lighting services provided for the years 2022 and 2023. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yes.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Just go ahead and do the other one now.
Yeah, just one.
I'll make resolution 62 to transfer $10,000 to the medical reimbursement checking account. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yes.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes.
All right, a copy of the certificate of worker compensation came in. I gave a copy to each of the department heads for posting. A reminder came in about the annual township meeting that you just talked about from the Franklin County Engineer's Office. I think you all were copied an email that came in from Rankin and Rankin Insurance Services. I guess seeking possible serving as the broker consultant for the township.
While we're on that one, I thought probably wouldn't hurt to have them come out and talk to us. Get a, like an opinion. Did you see that? No. I think so.
He said he's copied it to you on the Pleasant Township website. Or yeah, or I mean your email and Ted and.
Maybe like a Jim Morgan.
And here he's. Places. He does. I thought it wouldn't hurt to have him come to a meeting and talk to us.
Is he the one who came maybe a year ago or so?
I don't know.
I don't
was
know.
with
Do you remember that somebody came, but I don't remember who it was.
Now, did we go to June with this May? I'll email him and invite him to come to a meeting
Okay.
and let him know that we'll be up and rolling.
From worker compensation, they sent a renewal and notice of estimated annual premium for next year. And at this point, they've estimated at $26,682 for the year. And then we received a notice from Sedgwick, just informing us of that information that was going to be coming out. County Commissioners, rezoning meeting was canceled. That was originally scheduled for today. Planning Commission has a meeting scheduled for tomorrow. The Franklin County Recorder's Office is excited to announce a new public service search site for land records. Just a newsletter from Franklin County Soil and Water, newsletter from Ohio Community Wildlife Cooperative, several notices from Franklin County Board of Elections that they had their regular meeting November the 7th, and to remind people to go out to vote. Several updates from Burnham and Flower on their contact information. Several emails from Wellness Coach, and they did send a list out of participation in that program. Not sure why they sent this out, but this is a first. Franklin County Auditor's Office sent a weekly residential home sales report. It has all the properties listed that were sold. SWACO, several emails from them, recycling pumpkins, election signs, etc. Just a flyer on from PRS announcing 2023 IRS compensation limits, several webinar or a webinar email from Otarma, several emails from newsletter type education and events from Otarma, or I'm sorry, Ohio Township Association. They're sending out information for registration for the 2023 Winter Conference, and sent out their monthly newsletter and also their magazine. That's everything I have.
Thank you. Anything for Paula? Okay, we will go on to our speaker sheets. Mr. Cox, would you like to come up here or?
Well, this is kind of a sad thing for me to do in a way. I mean, I'm glad to be able to do this, but I represent Sherman Lodge 470 in Harrisburg. Sherman Lodge has been a lodge in Harrisburg since the late 1800s. We've been going now for several years, and it's got down to the place where there was just two of us running it. And I guess I'll just say my buddy is having heart trouble, so we had to quit. We're getting to the place where we can't handle the building. So as of the 4th of the month, the building was sold. It's signed with the dealer, guy, Kevin Hill, bought the building and the property where the lodge building sits. And the Fish House, which actually runs into Franklin and Pickaway County boat. We did pretty good on money wise coming out of it. And we felt it would just be right. We made several donations to different organizations. It's sad to give up right now at this time. I joined a lodge in Springfield to continue my case of going on. I'm on the tribunal with the lodge, which is basically the main core of the lodge. And I only got 3 years to go for my 50 years, so I'm not going to give that up, so. But we decided we trustees got together and we would like to make a donation to the Pleasant Township Fire Department for $5,000. So.
Thank you very much.
Goes to the chief, I guess.
I appreciate that. And with their support, we're gonna put it to good use because I think we have an opportunity to build a little training simulator out back, and with their approval, do that so we can train our guys and train other fire departments around us. It'll go a long ways in, extending our education and making it safer for the
We'd
community.
have liked to make it more, but, and I actually had him on mind to make it more, and I got shot down. We were allowed to give a certain percentage of the proceeds to the donation wise, and everybody else, the Grand Lodge takes the rest of it, I mean, they don't need it, but they take it anyway. So we volunteered a lot of years down there. Ed's been a member of our lodge for a long time. And I do appreciate you and Donnie both being there the other night. That saved my butt because we didn't have enough for a quorum till they walked in. When they got there, we did. So we were able to get this done. And we gave out actually 5 donations. St. Jude Hospital, which has been one of my favorites for a long time. Children's Hospital. Let's see, the fire department, Children's Hospital, St. Jude's. Who else on that list, Ed?
Hillsborough Lodge.
Hillsborough Lodge, the military museum, gave them a big donation. And I kind of jumped aboard and I gave one more donation out. I called all of our trustees on the phone and got permission to do it. So I'm going to catch Holy for the Grand Lodge, but I made a donation to the Methodist Church in Harrisburg because they need a new roof. And they say the roof's going to run them $145,000. So I made them a pretty good donation, which I know I'm going to catch a devil for, but too old to care.
Yeah, we're gonna go to some too, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're gonna hang me, But, yeah, we felt the fire department would, could use that money and I've used you guys several times when I fell off the 18-foot ladder, broke my back and all this time, you know. I've had a lot of fun with you guys.
We'd rather just visit. With our motto now is we'd rather just visit and stop by and see people, not pick them up and take them places, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, well, I've rode your squad several times, so lately, I don't know, it seems to be one of my things here lately, so. At least I didn't get a bill like I did from Jackson Township the other day. I went around the corner from the restaurant I eat at to the, around the corner to the hospital, $1,700 bill. So, well, how about that?
Wow.
Kind of steep, but
You should have called us. You made a personal call, we can come pick.
I told them next time I was gonna walk.
But yeah, drag yourself into the township, you know.
Get off the border here. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys and I hope the money goes to good
Well,
use.
thank you.
You can do
With their support, we appreciate supporting the community because I think we. can
You guys do a good job. Do a good job. You
I
took
think-
us
I
out,
think
you
they
put
do.
us out of business, but you do a good job.
We don't want to put anybody out of business.
Well,
We.
The department was small, but if we would have known the prison was taking over the mental retardation, we wouldn't have quit.
Yeah.
Because Scioto took that contract.
I don't know.
They
You-
made
you
a
know,
lot of-
You go down there, we go down there, it's a 2-hour trip every time you go down there. It's a lot of
Is
time.
that right?
Yeah. And, you know, Scioto goes there probably 2 or 3 times a day at least, if not more, and we back them up. And it's by the time you get there and they get them out and then figure out who's gonna go to the hospital, it's 2 hours at least we're tied up. So we don't miss that. I can tell you that. I'm glad Scioto covers that most of the time.
Right.
But yeah, so. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And that reminds me, just wanted to announce that on our website, Carrie Ward is doing Wreaths Across America. She asked for permission to do Oak Grove Cemetery. And there's a link on the Township Facebook page that anyone that wants to donate for the wreaths. And she picked Oak Grove to start with. Hopefully she can do more later, but I asked Bob Schmidt from the VFW who did our Memorial Day service. He said that they put out about 200 flags just in Oak Grove. That's
That's a lot.
I thought that seemed like an awful lot. And he said, well, I know it's close, and if it's 180, then you have 20 more wreaths to go put on another cemetery. I said, good idea, that's what we'll do. Is there anything else? Then I will make a motion to adjourn. Roll call?
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hunter.
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Yes.